humans have in common. We all evolved by natural selection.
Natural selection is a mechanism by which individuals that have inherited beneficial adaptations produce more offspring on average than do other individuals.
So what's beneficial traits in nature, Isabella?
Well, Bronte, the selecting agent in nature is the environment. Characteristics are selected only if they give advantages to individuals in the environment, as it is right now.
Oh, I get it now.
So, what explains how natural selection actually occurs?
Well, there are four main principles in the theory of natural selection: variation, overproduction, adaptation, and descent with modification.
Differences that can be inherited, or variations, exist in every population, and are the basis for natural selection. Variations result from differences in the genetic material of the organism, often inherited from parents or resulting from genetic mutations.
Overproduction, or having many offspring, raises the chance that some will survive. It also leads to competition between offspring for other resources.
Sometimes in nature, a certain variation will allow an individual to survive better than other individuals it competes against. More successful individuals are naturally selected to live longer and produce more offspring, and with those that share those adaptations for their environment.
Lastly is the idea of descent with modification. Over time, natural selection will result in species with adaptations that are well suited for survival and reproduction. Most individuals will have the trait in every following generation, as long as the environment continues to remain beneficial for the trait.
So, what describes an individual's ability to survive and produce more offspring relative to other members in its population?
Well, this term is known as fitness.
So, does natural selection act on physical traits or genetic material itself?
Natural selection acts on phenotypes, or physical traits, rather than on genetic material. New alleles are not made by natural selection. They occur by genetic mutations. Natural selection can only act on traits that already exist.
So, it is very important to remember that as the environment changes, different traits will become beneficial, while other traits will lose their advantages.
One famous example of this occurred on the Galapagos Island. The number of large finches on this island kept rising until 1984, when the supply of large seeds went down after an unusually wet period. These conditions favored the production of small, soft seed and small-beaked birds. With evolution, traits that can advantage today may not be advantageous in the future.
I brought in for you an illustration of natural selection in action. In our first scenario, we'll be fighting over food. Only the strongest of two will be able to eat and survive. Let's see who wins.
Hey, that's my cookie. Back off. Remember what happened last time we fought over a cookie? You really want to do that again? I'm fat. I want that cookie. What works for me?
He lives to reproduce and pass down his traits. Our second scenario will involve Tori and Dad competing over a mate. Only the better looking of the two will win. Let's see what happens.
She's mine. Get away. No, she's mine. Let's let her decide. Alright, Julianne, you decide.
I want Brad. Tori's nose is too big.
But there's no time for Lou. There's always time for Lou.
Because Brad was better looking, he got to mate and passed down his traits. Our last scenario will involve Brad crossing the street. If he is smart and looks both ways, then he will survive and be able to pass down his traits. But if he is dumb, let's just watch and see what happens. This concludes our explanation of natural selection.
Lady, get off my car!
I'm not a llama, I'm a human being.
help it, the girl can't help it. Can't help it, the girl can't help it.
What do bacteria, flowers, animals, and humans have? What do bacteria, flowers, animals, and plants all have in common?
Hey, that's my cookie. Back off. Remember what happened last time we brought over a cookie? Okay, I'm fat. Again? I want that cookie. Wrong for me.
No.
I love you, you love me. We're a happy family with a great big hug and a kiss from me to you. Won't you say you love me too?